In the fast-paced and often volatile world of social media, a single unverified claim can ignite a global firestorm of speculation and anxiety. This was precisely the case in early March 2026, when a series of alarming rumors began to circulate online, asserting that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was either seriously injured or had died. These whispers, which gained significant traction on platforms like X, formerly Twitter and Telegram, painted a grim picture of a successful attack on Israel's leadership, creating a cloud of uncertainty during an already tense period of regional conflict. The claims were dramatic, specific, and designed to provoke an immediate and powerful reaction from a global audience already on high alert. The origins of this digital wildfire can be traced back to sources with clear geopolitical motivations. Iranian state-linked media outlets, including the Tasnim news agency and Fars news agency, were instrumental in amplifying the narrative. These agencies promoted the story, often referencing unconfirmed claims from other sources to lend a veneer of credibility to their reports. The story was further bolstered when Russian media outlets picked up on the claims, citing a former U.S. intelligence officer, Scott Ritter, who allegedly stated that Iran had successfully bombed a hideout used by the Prime Minister. This cross-pollination of information between state-sponsored media created a powerful echo chamber that propelled the rumor across international borders. The narrative was meticulously crafted to seem plausible to those following the regional conflict. The reports alleged that a missile strike had targeted Netanyahu's office or a secret bunker, causing significant damage and resulting in his death or severe injury. To add another layer of supposed authenticity, some versions of the story also falsely claimed that other high-profile Israeli figures, such as Netanyahu's brother, Ido Netanyahu, and National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, had also been harmed in the attack. This tactic, of including multiple officials, aimed to create a sense of widespread chaos and a successful decapitating strike against the Israeli government's core leadership. The rumors capitalized on a brief and, under normal circumstances, unremarkable period of the Prime Minister's absence from the public eye. Netanyahu had not made a public video appearance for nearly 3 days, a small window of time that was seized upon by propagandists as so-called proof of the claims. This absence was compounded by reports of increased security measures around his residence on March 8, 2026, and the postponement of a planned visit by American diplomat Jared Kushner, Wunhan and Chinnitrapad. These separate, explainable events were woven together into a compelling but entirely fictitious tapestry, suggesting that something was terribly wrong and being concealed from the public. As the fabricated stories gained momentum online, the Israeli government moved swiftly and decisively to counter the wave of disinformation. The Prime Minister's office issued an official and unequivocal statement branding the claims as fake news and Iranian propaganda. This was not a vague dismissal but a direct and forceful refutation aimed at cutting through the noise and re-establishing the truth. Government spokespeople and various official channels reiterated this message, emphasizing that the Prime Minister was alive, well, and continuing his duties without interruption. The response was designed to be as clear and widespread as possible, leaving no room for ambiguity or further misinterpretation of the situation. Reputable international news organizations played a crucial role in amplifying this official denial and conducting their own independent verifications. Outlets such as the Jerusalem Post and the Times of Israel, along with major global news agencies, immediately investigated the claims. They found no credible evidence to support the rumors and quickly labeled them as a coordinated disinformation campaign. By reporting the official Israeli government statements and highlighting the dubious origins of the rumors, the press served as a vital bulwark against the spread of falsehoods. Their reporting provided the public with a reliable alternative to the sensationalist claims proliferating on social media platforms. The most powerful refutation of the rumors, however, came from the Prime Minister himself. To put an end to the rampant speculation, Benjamin Netanyahu made a series of public appearances that physically and visually debunked the claims of his demise. While the rumors were peaking, he had already delivered an official statement on March 7, 2026, a fact that was conveniently ignored by those spreading the hoax. More pointedly, following the spread of the rumors, he made a point to be seen in public, visiting the site of a missile strike in Beit Shemesh to speak directly to the Israeli people, offering reassurance and projecting an image of strength and stability. These public appearances were strategically important, serving as undeniable proof of life that no amount of digital manipulation could contest. Seeing the Prime Minister on camera speaking coherently and addressing the nation's security concerns provided immediate and tangible evidence that the rumors were baseless. His physical presence and active engagement in his official duties dismantled the core of the disinformation campaign. This demonstrated a classic and effective strategy in combating fake news, confronting lies not just with words, but with direct, irrefutable, and visible proof that leaves no doubt in the public's mind about the reality of the situation. A closer examination of the claims reveals a complete lack of verifiable evidence to support the narrative of an attack on the Prime Minister. Despite allegations of a missile strike on Jerusalem, no credible reports of explosions or impacts in the city emerged. International journalists, including a team from the Xinhua news agency who had investigated similar claims earlier in the month, found no physical signs of damage near Netanyahu's office or any other government buildings. The absence of any photographic or video evidence of destruction, debris, or emergency service activity in the alleged target areas was a glaring hole in the story, indicating that the event described simply never occurred. The entire campaign was built on a foundation of speculation and innuendo, rather than concrete facts. The brief period when Netanyahu was not on camera, the heightened security, and the postponed diplomatic visit were all circumstantial events that were twisted to fit a predetermined narrative. Israeli officials later clarified that such security adjustments are standard procedure during periods of heightened tension and are not indicative of a specific crisis involving the Prime Minister. The postponement of Kushner's visit was also attributed to scheduling logistics, not a security emergency. This highlights how propagandists can exploit routine government activities and present them as something sinister. Furthermore, the sources propagating the rumor themselves betrayed its unreliability. Even as Tasnim news agency spread the story, it included a crucial caveat, acknowledging that the claims it was referencing, particularly those attributed to Scott Ritter via Russian media, were unconfirmed. This is a common tactic in disinformation campaigns, spreading a sensationalist claim while including a minor disclaimer to maintain a semblance of journalistic integrity. It allows the outlet to inject the rumor into the public consciousness without taking full responsibility for its accuracy, a clear red flag for any discerning news consumer. Ultimately, the combination of strong official denials and the complete absence of corroborating evidence proved that the rumors were nothing more than a coordinated fiction. The story collapsed under the weight of scrutiny. There were no hospital reports, no emergency cabinet meetings, and no statements from concerned world leaders, all of which would have been expected if the leader of a major country had been attacked. The incident served as a textbook example of how to identify fake news by cross-referencing claims with reliable sources, demanding tangible evidence, and questioning the motives of the outlets that are promoting the most shocking and unverified narratives. The impact of such potent disinformation extends far beyond online chatter, creating tangible consequences in the real world. The rumors about Prime Minister Netanyahu's death caused significant public anxiety, particularly within Israel, at a time when the population was already under immense stress due to ongoing conflict. False reports about the leader's demise can sow panic, erode trust in the government's ability to protect its citizens, and create a sense of vulnerability and chaos. For a brief but tense period, citizens were left to wonder if their government was in disarray, a destabilizing effect that is often the primary goal of such propaganda campaigns. This uncertainty also rippled through global financial markets, demonstrating the economic impact of geopolitical fake news. On the Singapore exchange, the rumors triggered noticeable volatility, particularly in sectors sensitive to Middle Eastern stability. Energy, shipping, and aviation stocks experienced fluctuations as traders reacted to the possibility of a major escalation in the region. This market instability, though temporary, highlights how disinformation can inflict real economic costs, as investors make decisions based on false premises, potentially leading to significant financial losses and disrupting the normal flow of commerce and investment. The incident underscores the modern reality that information warfare is a key component of contemporary conflict. For state actors like Iran, spreading disinformation is a low-cost, high-impact strategy to destabilize an adversary without firing a single shot. By targeting a nation's leadership, they aim to create internal division, undermine public morale, and project an image of their own strength and capability. This psychological operation is intended to weaken an opponent from within, making it a powerful and insidious tool in the arsenal of modern statecraft. The Netanyahu death hoax was not just a random rumor, it was a calculated act of aggression in a broader information war. In conclusion, this episode serves as a powerful reminder of the critical importance of media literacy and vigilant fact-checking in our interconnected world. In an environment where falsehoods can travel faster than the truth, the responsibility falls on every individual to question what they read, consider the source, and seek confirmation from reliable and established news outlets. Relying on trusted journalism and official sources is the most effective defense against the corrosive effects of misinformation. Allowing unverified rumors to shape our understanding of world events not only makes us vulnerable to manipulation, but also risks escalating tensions and causing real-world harm.